guys, let me see if I can set this up where it's not all leaning funky. All right. So again, if you've not watched the last couple videos I posted today, go back and watch them. All right, I'm just kind of doing some basic etiquette for tournament stuff since we do have a tournament coming up, Shizuoka Karate Tournament, September 24th. Don't miss it. Be there. At least show up. It's free to come in and watch, okay? To participate, obviously, you got to pay money because we give out medals, right? Because we're awesome. So we have the corners of the ring. There are two more up front. You probably can't see them because my camera's not way over there. There's one chair. Then there's a cabinet door. Another chair right there, all right? So those mark the edges of your ring or your mat, okay? Notice I have, I don't need those. I've got this guy. This is my partner. Since this video, we're going to be doing some sparring etiquette. Okay, I'll try to keep it brief again like I do with most of my videos. Bowing, lots and lots and lots of bowing, all the time, forever and always, okay? Same thing with your kata applies to your Kumite as far as the judges go. There will be a judge in each of the four corners of your ring. For the sparring, they will be holding flags, either red flag or a white flag, or a red flag or a blue flag, depending on where you're at. They will throw a flag out if they see either some kind of misconduct as far as one of the competitors goes, or if they see a point. Okay, if somebody, tournament to tournament varies as far as points go. Some it's full contact, some it's not. Again, that kind of stuff just varies, so we'll try not to get into a lot of that. Let's see. So, he's my partner today. You have, either you will be switching belts for whichever side of the ring you are on, okay? Red is always going to be on the right side of the ring, like stage right, because the head judge, everything's going to be to the right of the head judge will be red. Can't even see my hand. The left side is either going to be white or blue, depending again on where you're at, right? So, sake of this, he is the blue side. I will be on the red side. So going back to what I was saying, red and blue, you'll either switch belts for a red belt or a blue belt, just so the judges can know which one's which, because when you guys are sparring, majority of the time, you guys will kind of like be going in circles, and it gets judges confused as to which side they need to throw the flag for who got the point or who got the penalty, okay? So you'll either have different color belt, or sometimes they'll give you a red, blue, or white flag to stick either at the side of your belt or the back of your belt, just so the judges again know which one to give the point to, penalty, whatever. So before you get onto the mat, you will be on one side, whichever side you are supposed to be on, I hope. And your opponent, I would hope, would be on the other side, so you guys are not attacking each other before the tournament sparring begins. You will come to attention. You will bow as soon as the head judge, because the head judge is going to be in the ring with you guys the whole time. So he will have his hand gestures. He will come here. Majority of the time, there are differences. Sometimes we'll say, all right, competitors bow to each other, come in the middle. Some it's just less formal than other times. But just make sure at all times you listen to your head judge. Okay, he is in charge of stopping the Kumite match or bout, whatever you want to call it. He is in charge of giving the points. In some tournaments, he is in charge of the final say for who gets the point, if that makes sense. So sometimes you'll have two judges say, oh, red got a point. Same time you'll have the other two judges, oh, blue got a point. It will be left up to the head judge, again, the majority of the time, the head judge, to decide, does blue get a point? Does red get a point? Does nobody get a point? Does both get a point? Well, I don't think that works that way. But sometimes it is up to the head judge. So please make sure you pay attention to him at all times, because he can disqualify you and you'll go home with no trophy at all. All right? So you will bow to each other before you enter the ring. There's no us there. You will come into the ring. And again, this part varies as well. Sometimes you will face the head judge. You both will bow, sometimes you won't. Sometimes you will bow to each other, sometimes you won't. So again, it is a great idea to pay attention to what the head judge is doing. If you are not the first one up to do the sparring, watch the people in front of you. Watch how the head judge does it, so when you go up, you'll know what to do. Okay, so that ties in with the etiquette of not, sitting all sideways, not paying attention to what's going on, all that stuff. Pay attention to how your people in your category spar. Okay, again, if you're not the first one up, it's an advantage for you. You'll have whoever you're sparring against is going to be going up against some other people. So watch how they spar. All right, but you will bow. You will come into the middle. Sometimes you'll face the head judge. You'll bow again. You'll face each other. Sometimes the judge will say, "Okay, you ready? You ready?" And fight, or bow to hajime, something like that. Sometimes it's more formal. Sometimes we'll say shogo, senmo, hajime. And he'll take a step back, and you guys will kind of go at it with your punches, kicks, and all that stuff that's going to get you guys points. Whenever the head judge sees something, as far as the point goes, or penalty, whatever, he will step in. He will either say yame, break, stop, something like that. That's when you two back off to where you guys started. Not the outside of the ring, but where you guys started when you entered the ring. Okay? The judge will probably look at the other 4 judges just to see if any of the others have seen it. If they did, he'll announce a point to the red, blue, or white side, whoever got the point, or penalty. Okay? Different tournaments have different ranges for your tournaments, or for your points. Okay? Some it's like if this person's beating you by 5 points, then he automatically wins. If it's like 6-1, he wins. Tournament's over, or the Kumite bout is over. Some it's whenever you get up to 7 points, whenever your first person gets up to 5 points, whatever the case is. Okay? You will stand where you started when you entered the ring, when you bow to either each other or your head judge, if I can think today. And then he will say the same thing. He'll either come in between and say, you ready? Fight, or hajime, or he'll slip in tsukite, hajime, something like that. And then do the same thing again. And he'll do it again and again and again and again until somebody wins. Okay, either that, somebody's disqualified, hopefully not, but somebody will win the match. Okay, whenever you win the match, I guess I should bring my partner back in. He's been sitting out there looking at me funky. All right, last point, that's okay. I got tagged to the stomach. Whoa, I got a point. So the judge and the competitor, judge will break you guys up. All right, stop, yame. And he will say, right side wins, or he'll say all that in Japanese. Aka no kach. You and your partner will face each other. You will bow. I said bow, dude. Bow. Right, you guys will bow. And then you will back out just like you do for your kata. Okay? Back out. Do not turn your back on either your opponent or the head judge that's probably still standing. And you back out of the ring until you reach the outside. Dude, back out of the ring, man. Until you reach the outside. Then you bow again to each other, to the head judge, whatever the case may be. But as soon as you enter the edge of your ring, you bow facing into the ring again. Okay? When you're done with that, majority of the time, head judge, nobody really tell you what to do, but you'll go back to where you started if there's other people up after you guys. Okay? So any questions or anything, let me know. Again, there's so much more that I've not touched base on with this, but just kind of generic stuff, bowing in and out as far as your sparring for your tournaments. All right? Drop a comment down below, questions, leave them down below as well.